Today on Global Zimbabweans, we take it to Nigeria. Not a Zimbabwean, but definitely a global sensation, 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Welcome to Global Zimbabweans, a show brought to you by World Remit in a partnership with CMG International Media. So as you know, every time we always bring you some interesting guests, but the show obviously is called Global Zimbabweans, but today we have gone global beyond Zimbabwe and we've taken a look at one of the Africans that are doing amazing things on a global scale, and it's someone by the name of Patrick. I don't know when the last time he was called Patrick was, but I think we're going to go through that journey of this particular individual as we go. But a big welcome to 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈. What's up, man? When was the last time you were called Patrick? When was the last time?
Okay, the last time I was called Patrick.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't actually place my mind to that. It's actually been a while.
Yes. So it's Patrick Okori. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yes, Patrick Okori Nnemeka.
Okay, fantastic. So we all know you as 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈. You've done amazing things. You're an award-winning international sensation. And I say international because I think on every corner of the globe, everybody knows your name. Everybody sings along to your songs. But I think it's always important for us to go back to the beginning of the journey because people know you as this big superstar, right, 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈, but very few people actually delve into the story of where it all started from. So I want you to take us back. And I'm assuming that you grew up in Nigeria, yes?
Yeah.
Take us back to the beginning of this journey of Patrick, who transitioned into 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈.
Okay, I was born as I'm known as Patrick Nnemeka Okori. I'm known as 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈, but my parents gave me Patrick Nnemeka Okori, and I was born in Lagos, satellite town to be precise, but I grew up in a place called 𝑰𝒏𝒕𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂. That's where made 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈. I'm the oldest amongst my siblings, amongst the kids in the house, the children, and you know how it is when you're from the ghetto. It's quite different. How you think, how you move, how you walk is very, very different. Coming from the ghetto actually made me who I am. Only used to listening to ghetto music, where we have our own genre we call galala music. It's like the stepchild of reggae dancehall music in Nigeria. So you see the way you have Zim dancehall. Yeah, we call it dance. Yeah.
You actually know, I'm surprised. Very surprised.
Galala. Galala is big in the ghettos, across the country. And so I started as a dancer. I remember dancing to different galala music, dancing in carnivals. There's what we call street jams, street carnivals. I used to dance before pitching my tent to singing. Yeah, so I was once a dancer. And I was playing football as well. At the point, I thought I was going to become a footballer, but music came first. Yeah, but music. So it's quite a journey, but we just take it one step at a time.
And I love that you have such recollections of your journey and how you started, like your grassroots actually very visible, even in the sound that you have right now. But just going through that music, like to get to a point whereby you're internationally recognized, what was the process? Like, how did you move from this guy who started in Lagos to intentionally becoming someone who is known across the globe, more so on the African continent? What was the journey like from there?
Yeah, I give thanks, you know. First and foremost, it's I would say it's God and the power of my dreams. You know, I've always said I've wanted to be a known figure across the world, not just the continent Africa. You know, the dream is to take what God has given me and share it to the world. You know, take my talent and run with it and show the world what I have. And so far, so good. The universe has been great to me. They love everything I've been doing. That is why you hear Patoranking here. That is why you hear Patoranking there. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the best. I'm one of the best.
You know what? It's okay. You know? It's okay to actually call yourself the best.
And so it's just the power of my dreams. Like I said earlier, the things I see, the things I envisage, you know, I see a greater version of myself every time I sleep and I wake up. You know, every new day there is a greater Patoranking ahead. You know, and that has it has made the journey. It has made the journey worth it. Yes.
Okay. So in kind of getting outside of Nigeria, I always ask people, did you have to find people who were outside of Nigeria as an example? I know that you've had a lot of work in South Africa as well. Did you have to find another team there, or you just literally were doing everything based in Lagos?
Yeah, and sorry, one more thing again I would say is, you know, I got like my team consists of people that actually love me, you know, and they love what I do, and they just want to see me, you know, they just want to see me become the best version of myself, of what I think of myself, you know. So every time we move together, and we've been also blessed to have other people, you know, put in one or two efforts to make the whole thing pop. Yes, we go to South Africa, we have people we're working with, you know, even in Zim, you know, definitely people working with, supporting as well. Like every part of the world you hear Patoranking, there's one or two people that are making sure, saying I would play my role. You know, I would make sure I play my part well. You know, so Patoranking is not just me. Patoranking is like a whole lot of people sharing one, you know, working differently, but the goal is one, you know, and sharing one dream. Yeah, I'll put it.
And you know, you're quite right in terms of having a team that's an extension of yourself and having people that actually love what you do, so they amplify that message. So you're very right in saying this. But you know, right now we're living through the biggest pandemic, or the most difficult time of our generation. And for me, having seen what's been happening globally, I'd love to hear from you. How are you keeping hopeful and staying sane during this period?
It's affecting the whole world. It has affected the whole world, everybody. I would say maybe 98% of the world population, if not 100%, is affected. And you know, in a time like this, in a time like this, I think everybody just want to exist. You know, you just want to live. You're not thinking too much. You should not be thinking too much. We all know we can't, because what is going on right now does not give you too much room to plan. You can't plan ahead. You can't say I'm doing a 6 month, a 12-month plan. No, you know, you just live by the day. You just learn to enjoy what you have. You just learn to, you know, absorb what you have right now. Just have a good time with your mind, you know, hoping and praying for a better tomorrow. You know, hoping and praying and saying, oh, one day I just want to wake up and they say, oh, the pandemic is gone. You know, but I used to tell people something. The problem is when you see the problem as a problem. You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, which I know, I can't put it that way. I can't say it that way. The pandemic has actually cost a lot to so many people. To some, they've lost someone they love. They've lost people they love. They've lost people they love. You know, and it's. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. To some, they've lost people they love, and so it's a very sensitive, situation. But staying sane is the first for me. Staying sane is the first point of survival. And how do you stay sane? Try and make yourself happy. Try and see how you can live and exist at the same time. Try and stay safe. Mentally, make sure you're not. You just have to. You keep the mind clean and pure, and just do what you know how to do, and do what makes you happy. For me, this was how this was the step I took to stay sane. I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be rough. I said, well, I've always done music because I have passion for music. So now it's time to pay back music. Now it's time to gift back to, what made me who I am today. And boom, I wasn't ready to ask myself, if I put in X amount of money, how much am I going to get? I wasn't ready for that conversation. You do understand? Because deep down, I already know that there won't be shows. Well, this is lockdown. No. You can't even go. You can't perform anymore. You can't go to gatherings anymore. You can't do a lot of things you used to do anymore. So all I just did was, let me enjoy music. Let me do what I know how to do best. Let me just make music for the fans. And let the music speak. And that was it.
And you are right. I think music does make people happy, and we're very thankful for that gift that you actually give. More than you know, I think a lot of people get comforted by the fact that there's music, beautiful music being made by the likes of 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈 to some sort of sanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So, on to another more happier note. You were recently named a brand ambassador for World Remit. That's a really big one. But for me, I'd really, really love to know, how does that recognition impact you in light of connecting communities?
It's a very beautiful feeling when you align yourself with people that actually speak your language. People that a brand like World Remit that actually stand for what I represent, like we share similar visions. For me, I just don't want to do music. I just don't want to be known as 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒈. I want to leave legacies. I want to touch lives. I want to smile on people's faces. I want to be there for people. I want to show up for people that are down. And this is what, World Remit as a brand, is helping me do. So for me, I just think it's a beautiful relationship, and to be honest with you, I'm excited. Words are not just enough.
So, as well, something that I wanted to ask you, I know we've been speaking about, you spoke about Zim dance for music, and the fact that you actually understand the music in Zimbabwe. You've been here a couple of times. You have people that you've worked with locally. So I'm going to bring it back to the arts industry, particularly the Zimbabwean arts industry. So I don't know how well versed you are in our music, but how do you take, how do you vibe to Zimbabwean music?
I listen to, trust me, I listen to African music. I listen to everybody from Zim to South Africa, down to Malawi, down to the eastern part of the continent, Central Africa, back to West. I listen everywhere. You'll be shocked, the people I listen to.
So tell me one person that you love in Zimbabwe.
What time is me the money like cocaine? One of my show mama like cocaine. Every girl I went to me song cocaine.
Wow.
Cocaine.
That makes me happy.
That's
that's Top 10 and Natty O. Oh wow. So
yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's why you have like an affinity to dancehall, Zim dancehall.
Yeah, I listen to. I like the vibe. I like Notio. I like Pop 10. 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒆𝒘 is my man. You know, Winky D is doing his thing. I like his vibe as well. So many of them.
Yeah.
SQ. I know there's Takura. There's a lot of people. You know, after the events we did when I came to Zimbabwe the last time, I had to take my time and listen to their vibe. There's 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒈. Yes, I like him.
Oh, I love the renditions. My goodness. So I want to just ask you a very simple question, but because you're an artist and you've been exposed to all these different sounds, for the younger or the starting off artists, what do you think is the one thing that they need to do more of to connect with new audiences?
There are so many things that needs to be done. Nobody knows it all. Even me, if I'm gonna give you right now, whatever I'm gonna say is just my own view. But I think someone else can come and say his own view as well. But there are some key elements you don't have to miss. Generally in business, one is knowing where you want to go to, or knowing where you're headed in life. Like, you want to become a musician, you need to understand that the first thing that comes to your mind is, I know I'm going to be a star. I want to be a star. So there are so many things that comes around it. Like, you should not be scared to fail. That is the first fight. That is your first the first step. That is the biggest worry, because once you have that mindset that I'm not scared to fail, it leaves you in a space where you're not scared to try new things, and you trying new things means you're discovering yourself to other things that you didn't know you could do. So it's just you having an open mind you keep your mind open, knowing where you're headed to, saying, okay, I know I'm going to be a star, but there are some things that comes with it. There are some pros and cons. Once you know all these things, you're good. A lot of people, I just feel a lot of young artists they just want that success, but it doesn't come like that. There are sacrifices, there are things to be learned, there are lessons, there are stressings, and in all those things, there's also a big blessing that comes with it. So once you know all these things, good.
Okay. So I know you're not only someone who's interested in the arts, but also just from a community perspective, I know you're very passionate about empowering people and making sure that you leave the world a better place. So I was thinking of the African story and how we've had this very jaded messaging as Africa outside to the rest of the world, whereby the world looks at us from a point of view of just poverty and disease and all these nasty things that don't really tell the full story of Africa. So, I was thinking, as someone who understands arts and culture, how do we best tell the African story?
It's simple. Just show them the Africa they don't see. It's simple.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to prove ourselves. We don't need to force it. We don't need to make them. We don't need to tell people, what they know about us already. All we just need to do is to show them the parts they don't see. Simple.
Okay. Similar. So you've been to Zimbabwe, you've seen the country. What do you love about Zimbabwe?
I love the fact that they show me love. I love the way I was received. I love everything. I love the girls. Big up my Zim girls. Yeah.
Yes.
I love everything. The reception was warm. You know, I just had a good time. I felt safe. I felt happy. Everything from the arrival to departure was, for me, was it.
Okay. And I'm glad you say that because also, like the rest of Africa, I think there's always so many things that are said about Zimbabwe, but there's so much more to it than a lot of people actually say. So, another question that I needed to ask you, what other initiatives are you currently involved in?
We did the 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒆𝒘 Scholarship Foundation last year, where we gave, we had 10 students across 9 countries in Africa, and as we speak, they're on their way to school. 6 are already in Kigali,
Wow.
African Leadership University in Kigali. We have the other 4 going to Mauritius, you know, and it's a big one for us. You know, aside that, we have about 152 kids in Nigeria that we're currently taking care of, from primary to secondary to university. Yeah, we're doing so many things as well. We are like, we're not big talkers, you know. We tend to more than we speak about it, and even when we do, we try not to talk about it because since why not? And the whole aim is to touch lives, and you know.
But another question would be, what even necessitated? Why did you begin? Because you know, if you're talking about sending children to school, that's a pretty big thing. Why did you put emphasis on education?
Because I think I have a covenant with God. I'm not gonna lie, and I remember I wanted to go to school and become an information technologist, and I couldn't go to the university. And then I said, God, if you bless me and put me in a position where I'm making money, I would definitely love to be of help to people, you know. And it happened. And coming from the ghetto, I know what it feels like not to have. I know what it feels like not to be able to provide for a family. I know what it feels like living in a room that the roof leaks. I know what it feels like to be down, you know. So I just wish the world can be the opposite of that. I just wish everybody can be happy around the world, yeah. So this is me just playing my own part. Since I can, why won't I?
I hear you. Okay. So I think we've done a lot of talking, introspecting, and just painting a picture about who 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈 is, as 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈, as well as Patrick, where he came from, into becoming this big, huge star called 𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒊𝒏𝒈. But I think we're going to leave it here because it's such a beautiful story. But there's one other section we need to do before I go. So it's something that we call quick fire questions. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions. You're going to give me a very simple answer. And yeah, we're just going to have fun with it. Is that okay?
Okay, let's go.
All right. So
Do you care for a cup of tea?
I would actually. Thank you for offering. I was about to say, what are you drinking? But okay, let's do these lightning questions. So the first question is, Ghana jollof or Nigerian jollof?
Wahala. I'll do both of them.
Both of them.
But listen, it's just the truth. I like both of them. I enjoy both of them.
Elephant or lion?
Lion.
Why?
No matter how it gets tough in the jungle, you will never find a lion eating grass.
Okay. Arsenal or Manchester United?
Arsenal.
Big booty or curvy woman?
Can I just have my cup of tea in peace?
Okay, on that note, that is it. Thank you so much for making time for us, Pato, and we hope that 2021 will be a better year for you. Before we go, I just want one thing that you'd love to just share with your fans, just a word of encouragement for 2021.
Yo, make I tell you wetin happen for Abule. Bodhi's big party inside my Abule. I went there with my best friend. Yo, this is Party Ranking. Yes, I want to welcome every one of you, all my fans, supporters. I want to welcome you to 2021. Listen, every good thing we lost in 2020, we will recover and we'll get it back in billions and trillions fold this 2021. So keep your head up, do what you know how to do best, and go get it. I wish you a great year ahead from Party Ranking. Blessings.
You took us to church, man. You took us to church. Thank you, Party Ranking, for joining us on Global Zimbabweans, and take care.